Welcome to the Big E. This is a place where we explore, we experience, and we enjoy the experience we've chosen. If you don't, what do I say? Change your experience. Change the choice in which you want to conduct your life. How do you treat someone? How do you want to talk to someone? Today I'd like to talk about how women are changing. So how are women changing in the world? There's a lot of upheaval going on. A lot of different things women have stepped up to say this was inappropriate. A lot of that going on today, I do know. I know it's gotten more difficult. How do we approach women and what is right and what is wrong? Now there's a basic right and wrong. Now, a friend of mine, you know how I am. I'll get together with my friends, I have an experience, and then I share it. And this was so interesting because I spent almost 6 hours with this friend. And in this conversation was, how do I like to be approached? How would you speak to me? I'm going to give you 3 tips right now. I don't know about every other woman in the world, but I will tell you who I am. I expect respect. I like to be asked directly. I can feel when a man is trying to figure out how to approach me, or like we used to say in the day, the shark is swimming around in the waters. I can sense that energy. I like honesty and I like it forthright. Now, as I was talking to my friend for 6 hours, it was a man. It was so interesting to listen to what he shared because he reminded me that men have a primal drive. He made a neat comment. This was so cute. He said if he was in the coffee shop and say he was just looking around and there was a woman about to check out and buy her coffee and she happened to glance at him and look his way, the primal feeling has now kicked in. He's got to go make his move. And I'm going, excuse me? I don't have a right to look around the room and get eye contact with whomever I at? You think that's an in? This was really interesting to me. When I was growing up, I saw this a lot, especially when I go out to the bars. If you looked at a guy or gave him a glance, then yeah, he thought it was in. So I wasn't a tease. I did not tease guys. I didn't give you mixed signals. I'm sorry. I don't care what they say. I don't give you mixed signals. I don't flirt. I don't want you to buy me a drink. If I'm not interested, I just don't go that route. I just want it clean. Gave it clean. I'm not interested. Let it go. But when my friend said this, it was interesting. Okay, say this is a woman's world right now. We're standing up, we're using our voice, we're trying to bring everything to the surface that we feel is not appropriate for us. Now this is new. It wasn't like in the day. I did a little bit of research and I know in Italy it's common to pat a woman's ass. Oh, here in America, don't get close to mine, I'll take a hand off. There's things that just are not accepted. But if I were to go to Italy and someone do that, I'd still slap someone's face. I'm an American, okay? There's a dynamic when I was talking with my friend that came up is how do we discern? How do we know? Now, I'm going to just give you one answer to that because when I was speaking with my friend, all I really could bring up, why don't you ask me if I would like coffee? Why don't you ask me if you can hold my hand? I have to say, if this is pissing some of you guys off, it's not far-fetched. There was a gentleman that was traveling from Yuba City to Eugene and wanted to visit with me and just say hi. We'd never met before. And I said yes. But that is exactly what this man did. He's my age. And he asked to hold my hand. He asked to kiss me. He asked to put his hands around my waist. He asked. Now, after I'll be clear. Once you ask the first time, and I'm still standing there, I haven't slapped your face or I haven't walked away. Seriously, after that, you've got free reign. You've got free reign. But it was so beautiful to watch this individual, this man do this. I had not come across that in a very, 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 very long time. It was wonderful. It made me feel safe. It made me feel that I was sacred and that he honored me. Now, women are changing in the world. What are we looking for? What do we need? What do we want? Again, that answer is going to be so varied depending on the woman you're speaking to. But just let me give you one little bit of advice, guys. Do it differently. If you've always walked up, always called them a cutie or said, hey, you're the treat, or hey, beautiful, or hey, dear, Do something different. Do something that you've not done before. Ask. How about asking to see if there's consent? When you ask a question, you're going to get an answer and you'll know where that woman stands. You'll know what she does and doesn't want to give. You'll know if she resonates with you or not. It's as simple as that. Start by asking a question. Start by stepping up, maybe like at the coffee house. Step up to the counter. See where she's at. See what her energy's like. Does she look at you? Does she walk away? Does she smile? These are all little steps that a woman will use to show you that, okay, you're all right now. I'm not quite sure, but okay, you seem to be okay. I'll keep talking to you. I know that when this person looked at me and said for the very first time, "You're the treat," I remember my face was blank. And I remember going, why the hell would they say that? Now, I didn't do anything about that at that time. I've noticed that sometimes I'll let things go. I'll ignore them, not deal with them. They're not that big of a deal. I don't know this person. They really can't hurt me. But at that point, it should have been a red flag for me. But I should have known at that time that was a red flag on how he approached or how he saw women as a treat, as something. Where more of it, what did it mean more than that? I've asked and I'm not clear. So I have to go back to me. Women are changing. We are changing. I am changing on how I expect a man to deal with me or to want to talk with me or to, again, consent, ask. I've been like that since I was young, though. I've always been this way. Now, not every woman is. So it's this road that you're going to have to venture down if you're interested in someone. But I can give you this much advice to the men out there. Honor her, respect her. Do not call her names. Do not try to have an opening with a compliment. The women of my age and moving forward, we understand who we are. We appreciate the compliments. But for you to open up the conversation in that and not just as a person and have and just talk gives me the idea that, okay, what are you trying to get? What are you trying to work? What are you trying to schmooze me for? Why are you opening up with a compliment? Okay, why can't we have a common ground? What has my looks got to do with anything? I get it. We all resonate through our eyes by the visual of another individual. And then that resonates further with us or not. I get it. But do not start the conversation with that. It to me is a little bit shallow. It shows me that this man doesn't have anything else but that. He's a bit scared. He wants to open up with a compliment because I may back down, or he thinks I'm prettier than what he can get. This whole dynamic. So consent. Ask. And see if that is a beginning or a new way of doing something. But don't call me dear if you do not know me. Do not call me cutie. Do not call me sweetie. And do not call me beautiful if that is the first word out of your mouth. If you're interested, then there should be a common ground. And not the face, not the looks, because seriously, those are going to, over years, that's going to fall. Things will fall. They kind of go south. But to know and appreciate me as a person because you resonate with me is a common place to start. It's a contemporary. The other things are a little fluff, a little because of fear or being uncomfortable, whatever it be. I've gone through the same thing too. I'll walk up to a man that's exquisite. But for me, I feel like he's more than I can attract, so I start with a compliment. I've done the same thing. I get it. But we're moving into an age of where we want contemporaries. We want friends. We want that common ground without the first thing being what we look like. That won't take you very far down the road, just to say. Okay, well, that's all for me. That's who I am as a woman. And when I spoke with my friend for so many hours, he brought up wonderful things for me to remember, that men are confused. Women, as myself, I will tell you what I want. I will tell you what I need. But not everybody is capable of doing that. I understand. So it's a confusing time. It's a difficult time. How do you talk to someone? How do you get to know someone that you are interested in? Try something new. Try something different. try a conversation and watch their energy, see where they're at. Don't try the old way, try the new way, because women are changing. And I hope this has helped. It's difficult out there. If you'd like to reach out for questions, ask more questions, guys, please. I definitely do. I'll try to help where I can. And everyone, share your experiences. Are you having a difficult time getting to know someone? Attracting a girl or a guy? How do you start? Where do you begin? Let's share. Let's stand up and use our voice. Please reach out. You can contact me by my email or by my website. Yes, my website is up and coming. It's up, it's gone, it's live, it's good, it's out, it's all that good stuff. So you can contact me by my email address or my website right there. Reach out. And as always, I am sending you love.